Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Feeling good with Duddy. That's me. Let's go. What is happening? We are back with another episode of Feeling Good with Duddy. As always, I'm here with my brother and my co-host, Mr. Jake B.
Hello, everybody.
And today we have another very special guest for you. But first, Jake, what's happening?
Oh, so much happening. It is Halloween time. It'll be Halloween tomorrow when the people listen to this show on Wednesday. And I just did the Halloween surf at Blackie's. Blackie's is a little beach by my house in Newport, and it's 15 years they've been running a Halloween surf, kind of like a contest, but they don't really, there's no surf judging, you know. It's just 1,000 people running into the water with the costumes. It's more of a costume contest. And so, yeah, there's a little shot of me
awesome
if you're on, oh, that's kind of blacked out right there. It's hard to see, but I am a pig. That's right. I was a wave hog. And it's my 5th year going, and it's just super fun. So I did that over the weekend, and then Thursday, tomorrow, Halloween, dude. I'm pumped. It's Jack. It's Rocky, my little boy's first Halloween. So I'm going to go over to your house and take some pictures with your family.
Oh, man. And my family has a very special costume ready to go, but I can't share with you what it is yet because it's a surprise.
Every year, Duddy's family goes off, and it's, the whole family does the costume. Last year, I think Tyler, which is your brother-in-law, and his girlfriend? Yeah, girlfriend.
Fiance.
Fiance. Yeah, I thought it was another level. Fiance. They were also part of your guys'.
They are, yeah. They were, and then, their son, Ryder.
Yeah, and Ryder, that's right.
And the same thing this year. It's all of us. And now even one of Sophia's friends is doing it this time. So it's like 10 of us.
10 costumes.
And we all, oh man, it's good. It's good.
Now I'm thinking, what has 10 characters that people could care about?
So many things have 10 characters.
Damn it. You're right.
But
anything else? What's up with you? Tours, music, dirty
well, yeah,
heads.
we got the little, I guess a fall run that we're doing here coming up to redo some of those shows. We had to cancel a few tours back, so we're excited to get back out to those places and make those shows up. And other than that, actually, big news. Working on some music right now for a little solo project. Been talking about it for years, but actually going down. Going to be coming out here, I think, around February, and also getting ready to do around that time an acoustic solo tour with my good friend Rome. So yes, that will be a good time.
So what's going on? You're releasing your own solo album.
I'm going to release just a small acoustic solo, like acoustic type album.
Yeah.
Rome is doing something similar, releasing a small EP of his solo stuff. So we're both going to go tour together doing our solo stuff.
Holy shit.
Obviously, he'll probably play some, Sublime with Rome stuff, and I'll probably play some Dirty Head stuff too on the tour. But yeah, so that's happening. Exciting.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dare I hit the applause button for that one, Duddy, dude? Fucking
You
good
can
for
if you want, man. You can.
Dude, last week I had a struggle with the buttons. We added all those rap songs from the Jared episode. Yeah, if you guys listened to the skateboard episode that dropped last week, there's some missed drops. Unless Ashton covered my ass and moved them around, but we had all these rap songs we added to my drop list, and it moved my drops around, and my muscle memory was just fucking me up last week. But we're back, dude.
We're good.
I think I've got it.
Yes.
So what's up? Who's on the show, dude?
We got it. Episode 31. We have a very special guest today. His name is Kyle Rising. He is from an awesome band called Sensi Trails. Here's them right here. If you're watching, this is a little video of them. And if you're listening, this is them. So I want you guys to welcome Kyle Rising. What's happening?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, awesome, I know you came all the way down from San Diego to do this today, so we appreciate you taking
all the way
time.
Up, dude. San Diego.
Oh, up. That's right. That's
San Diego's as low as you can go.
Dude, I'm the worst at that.
Dude, me too.
I'm always like, come on down.
Yep.
They're like, Nope,
that's up. That's in. That's out. But San Diego is. I mean, if anyone, if you're looking at the map of California, which is the tallest state ever, the very bottom, almost touching Mexico.
Yeah,
that's pretty much where you came from.
Yeah, very close to Mexico.
Yeah,
we're down in Ocean Beach, so it's like way down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. How's life down there?
Dude, it's great. I love it. I've been there for about a year now, so it's I always tell my girlfriend, like, I could die there and be totally happy. Like, I love that place.
It's a great spot.
It really is.
And coming from North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
So bit different.
Huge change.
Yeah.
A beach, though. You were at the beach over there?
I was, yeah, Outer Banks, North Carolina. So I was on the beach, but, there was no palm trees. And, I'm a sucker for palm trees for some reason. I love them. You know what I mean?
Don't even think about that. Different trees.
Yeah, totally different. Yeah.
And I've been over there with you guys. That didn't register that there was no palm trees when I was there. That's weird.
We're just so used to seeing them.
Yeah. You guys are from California.
Yeah,
so
we're spoiled.
And you'll get them in Florida. So, there's palm trees on that side.
Yeah. But they're different. They're different. It's not like here. They're not super tall. They're kind of more I don't know. It's just
they're not even native to here.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. They're all planted.
Yeah, from Hawaii, I believe, right? Like palm trees weren't even supposed to be here, but now they're that's all that you think of when you think of here.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
I did not know. Can you fact check that, guys, over there? Or I'm just out here spitting bullshit?
Nah, we don't fact check.
The palm tree is not actually a tree.
Yeah, it's a bird.
It's a bush. It's a bird. Fucking kind of looks like one.
So
shit.
Kyle Rising, he's from an awesome band called Sensi Trails, fairly new.
Yeah.
You guys are really just starting to pop up, and I'm starting to see you guys, doing some big tours and doing things like that. So for the people listening that don't know you or Sensi Trails, why don't you give them just a quick little background of, how you guys got going?
Yeah, so I started this group on the East Coast a couple years ago with some different members, and we toured for about 2 years on the East Coast, and then the people that were in the band at the time, weren't really in it for the long haul and, the same vision that I had.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically just packed up all my stuff in the van and rolled out to San Diego. I've always wanted to live there. And so I just saw an opportunity to do so and just sent it.
Nice.
So that's that's a perfect setup. You're reading the back of the DVD box and you're like, oh, that's what this movie's about. I'm in. So now let's go back. How old are you when you start Sensi Trails?
In North Carolina.
Yeah, let's go all the way back. How old are you when you start the band? I'm sure you're playing guitar and doing your thing before that, but is this the first band you ever formed?
Yeah, I mean that I formed myself. Yeah, I was in other bands as a kid and stuff, but nothing really serious.
Yeah.
So, I was 20 years old when I started the band.
Okay.
And I'm 23 now, so I've been doing it for a few years. But
shit's all happened very fast then. Jeez.
Yeah, man, it really has. It's crazy. I'm really grateful for that. But
3 years ago, you're on the East Coast, North Carolina. You start this band with two friends, and what happens? You just start playing local bars. What's the story?
Yeah, we started doing. Well, I first started at an open mic, and I would just go there. It was every Wednesday at this place called Arts Place, and every Wednesday I would go religiously. I gotta go. I can't miss it. And so through that, I kind of built somewhat of a following through the open mic, and it felt good. I was like, man, I want to do this. And I was actually in college at the time too. I was in Radford University studying biology. I wanted to be a dentist. That's what I was aspiring to be. And then I hated school, and I was just like, man, I just want to play music. So, anyways, I'm on the Outer Banks. Started doing the open mics, and wanted to kind of take it to the next level. So I was doing all kinds of extensive research trying to find people to play in this band with me, because I was on a small island. There's not that many people there. So
Outer Banks. So that's a little island off the coast of North Carolina?
Yeah, it's a little barrier. It's basically like a big sandbar.
Can you drive from the mainland onto the Outer Banks?
Yeah. There's a long bridge that takes you over there.
And are you living on the Outer Banks, or
I was,
you were, so you're living out there?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I don't know a lot about that. I hear about it all the time. People surf out there.
It's beautiful. And there's great waves. There's a lot of pro surfers out there and stuff.
Yep. But I don't think I've ever been out there. I know I've been to North Carolina to play shows with you guys.
I've been to North Carolina many times.
I've been to the Outer Banks.
I don't think I have either.
Can you guys pop some pictures up of the Outer Banks? I just want to see. And for the listeners, you can go to YouTube and check it out, or fucking Google it. You guys
whatever.
Listen. Here's how you guys can.
We'll put a link up.
All right. So Outer Banks. I'm just painting a picture in my head. This is fucking rad. So you're on an islandy sort of deal.
Look at that.
Reggae's. Oh, there it is. So it's a big ass
just
peninsula,
a big ass sandbar
or something. I guess it's just a big land dong.
Yeah, if you
out,
look at the map and you see North Carolina, off to the right a little bit, you'll see a little sliver, and that's Outer Banks.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really cool, man.
That's sweet. And so at the end of the bank then is where people are hanging out? Is that
no,
what's that,
well,
dude?
It's that. That looks like it's down in Hatteras.
Is that the worst photo they could have possibly pulled?
I bet Mark found it.
Yeah. Pull up the city, dude. Oh, there, I see something that looks like,
if you look up,
wow. Okay,
Kill Devil
cool.
Hills is where I lived.
Kill Devil Hill.
Kill Devil
Kill
Hills.
Devil.
That's a
That's
good
what it was
name.
called. Yeah.
What
How
the
is there not a
fuck?
horror film about that place?
Yeah. The Kill Devil
know what?
Monster. Is that
That's
a
a good
thing,
idea.
or can we make that up now? Kill Devil Hills. That was a very Christian.
Oh, so also too, it's where the Wright brothers first flew their plane.
nice.
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
The birth of
there's
flight,
a picture
y'all.
of the memorial.
Wow. So look at that. Outer Banks just looking super interesting. A lot
Yep,
of houses
there
up
it
on
is. Okay.
stilts because
Oh,
there's
that
probably
looks-
hurricanes
that looks
and the
cool.
place
Lots of
floods
flooding.
quite a
Yep.
lot. Yeah. So, I mean, dangerous. Have fun, dude, but you might have to pack up and move if you're living on the Outer Banks. But that looks fucking. So the waves are
looks
good
rad.
there. Sorry to sidetrack it.
Yeah. I mean, when it's good, it's good. You know,
Yeah.
it's not as consistent as like San Diego or Southern
Mm-hmm.
California, but when it's good, I mean, it barrels and it's,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, wow.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
that looks
awesome.
nice.
So I can see it, and
So,
for
yeah.
anyone who's listening, if you go to our YouTube, you'll see the photos we're pulling up, and it's crowded, it's dense, and I'm sure reggae music is probably good out there.
Yeah,
People
I
are
mean,
into
it's pretty good. The thing with that place is it's more of like a tourist attraction, and because it's not sunny and warm like it is here year
Yeah.
round.
Oh, okay.
So in the winters, it's really cold. I mean, it snows there. So, I mean, not very often, but it does
Summertime
sometimes.
place only.
But yeah, summertime, it gets flooded with tourists from like New York, New Jersey, Virginia, all the East Coast people. So, but yeah, I mean, wintertime, it's like a ghost town.
That's crazy. So you're playing your ass off in the summer. You're doing open mics, and then you form the band. Like, I
Yeah.
want to do the next step is get a bass player, get a drummer.
You had a different name though, right? When you first
Well,
started,
yeah,
right?
when I first started, it was Kyle Rising and the Rising Tide.
That's
because I was playing with so many different musicians, I never knew who would be backing me at the gig
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And until I locked in like a solid group, I was like, well, I want to come up. I didn't want it to be all about me, I
Yeah.
Kyle, I just wanted like a name that was like everybody felt good about the project.
Cool.
So yeah, and then that's another story too, like the whole Sensi Trails thing. We were playing a venue, and the sound guy was like, "Hey man, you can't keep coming in here smelling like this." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Dude, you guys smell like weed." And I'm like, "Dude, we're just leaving behind Sensi Trails." And I just said it, and I was like, I like that. And it kind of stuck in my mind for like the next
Nice.
following weeks. And then,
What a bummer. Who
Just-
is this guy?
yeah, well, it's super illegal over there too. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like,
Oh,
if
shit.
your
So,
if
yeah,
your
he's
bar
like, hey.
or your club smells like weed, the people there, they can take your liquor license. It becomes a big thing. So
Well, in that case, then I
Yeah,
give him
I mean,
a pass. I guess he's just
yeah,
trying to keep his
yeah.
job.
But
yeah.
I mean, thanks for that though, because that's
you got the name.
Yeah.
that's-
Dude, you can't get arrested for Sensi Trails. You got to have some physical Sensi.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
So then,
That's fucking funny.
so you guys are playing there, but then you get to a point where you just decide, I want to move to the West Coast.
Yeah. The drummer I had wasn't really like in the game, and the bass player I had, he's really cool. We're still really great friends, but it just wasn't really working out. So
What is it? You're bringing it up to them? Hey, guys, dude, people like our sound. We're doing good over here.
Yeah.
We have to go. I mean, the whole scene is over here. You're right where it all is now for your style of music.
Absolutely.
So smart. You did the right thing. But is there a moment where you ask these guys, like, we got to get over to the West Coast? Are you want to come? Are you guys
Yeah.
going to come with me? Like,
I mean, it was discussed from the beginning.
It was.
Even before I'd started this group, I knew I wanted to end up here eventually.
Yeah.
So, it was something that we had all talked about, and then it was kind of just about getting out of the comfort zone and actually doing it. And
Totally, man.
I moved around a lot as a
of the
kid, so I was used. I've never lived in one place for more than 3 years, so I've been used to kind of jumping around. And
why? Why is that?
with my dad's work, and so we didn't move very far, but we definitely moved to like different towns, like throughout
Yeah.
Virginia and then West Virginia for a little bit, and so. I'm just like a small town boy. I grew up in like little country towns
Yeah,
and stuff. So
wow.
this is the first time I've ever even lived in a city. But,
San Diego?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's great, man.
So was there any like hard feelings, when you were like, I'm taking off anyway?
I mean, a little bit, because the people in the we were like the only reggae band, and we had a whole summer's worth of shows booked that I kind of had to cancel. So a lot of people felt like I kind of burned them with that.
Yeah.
But I had to do what was best for me and the situation at the time, and I was kind of. I love the Outer Banks, but there just wasn't much room for growth there.
Yeah.
And
if you're just playing to summer tourists,
it's
it's hard to make fans out of tourists. They're on
Yeah,
vacation. Like,
yeah.
you want to, I don't know, be able to build and grow.
yeah, exactly.
But, okay, so it all happened fast, obviously. You've only been doing this band for 3 years, right? So this is
Yeah.
what, a year and a half into it or so? You're like, dude, I'm out of here.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So it might have been. I mean, it's a big move. You moved across the United States.
Yep.
That's a fucking 6-hour flight or whatever.
Did you come?
5-hour flight?
Did you come all by yourself?
Yeah,
Alone?
I did.
And did you have somewhere you were going?
Yeah, so there's a company that does my merch. It's called Customized Grinder. Shout out Customized Grinder.
Hell yeah.
And I was actually on the phone with them. They hit me up on Instagram. They're like, hey, we have this company. You want to see what your logo would look like on a grinder? And I'm like, hell yeah, of course. So they sent me some samples, and we kept in contact. And one day I'm on the phone with them. They're like, hey, we got this band. They're staying at our house, around in California. And I'm like, wow, I've always wanted to go there. And they were like, well, come on. So I bought a plane ticket, and I flew out here before I had moved here just to kind of check it out. They gave me a car to drive around. I drove all the way down to Ocean Beach, and as soon as I pulled in, I was like, I want to live here. A year later, I signed a lease. Like, dude, it's been crazy. But anyways,
awesome.
So yeah.
I wanted to ask, what prompted the move where you're like, I got to go now? Because you said you had a whole summer worth of gigs booked. Like, you could have put it up. But no, something was like, no, I'm fucking out of here. What was that?
So we were doing a little run up the East Coast, and we had a show in Ocean City, Maryland, where they gave the band a full unlimited bar tab. And, like, the drummer that I had used to be, like, going crazy, partying and stuff, and then got extremely sober, and I like to have fun, so we were drinking and stuff, and long story short, she ended up quitting that night. It was a female drummer too. She was super cool. I still love her, but and she ended up quitting the band, and I was just like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. So, like, within a week's time span, I tied up all my loose ends, packed up all my stuff, and rolled out.
You're just like, no more with the high tide. The band members switching and going. You're like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
This is okay. That's fucking rad.
That's cool.
Like the part of this. I was like, I want to know what led to this. Like, what happened? What did the other people feel like? So you really only had to bail out on your bass player at this point. The drummer already quit, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the bass player's a good buddy, so it felt hard.
Yeah, there's really no hard feelings there anymore. Like, when we went back on the East Coast tour, he was our tour manager. He drove us all around.
Perfect,
like,
nice.
Yeah, shout out Mike Rush, too, man.
Yeah,
I love that guy. He's a good dude.
And your shout out to, what was it,
Customized Grinder, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see a Feeling Good with Duddy Grinder.
Dude,
Just a little... I like that shout out, and let's swing that back, a boomerang like shout out that lands a customized. We'll plug you. Yeah, just, I don't know, Duddy's face, maybe one with my face.
Dude, they'll do it. They'll do it, man.
Customize that shit.
Yeah. All right, so now you're here, and you're living in the house from the grinder company, right?
Well, no, I wasn't really living there. I stayed with him a little bit.
Oh, so you just came to check.
It was kind of just like a little, like a home base kind of thing, but I wasn't really living there. I was kind of just exploring. My girlfriend actually flew out from the Outer Banks, picked her up in LA, and then we just drove up the coast, like up to Northern California, just checking things out, because we still weren't really sure where we wanted to be. Like, I knew I kind of wanted to be in San Diego, but I was like, I don't know what else is out there, so let me check it out. So we spent a couple weeks just driving up and down the coast, and we didn't know what we were going to do, and she found a place on Craigslist down in Ocean Beach, and she called them, didn't answer, and then they reached back out to us and say, hey, we got a spot for you. So I was like, I'll be right there.
It was just
perfect.
Yeah,
if someone would have called you somewhere else, you might have said okay there.
Yeah,
Literally.
it really just happened just the way it should have, you know, like, it's crazy.
Were you tripping when you went up and down? Because California, too, that when you said we went up to Northern California and down, I love to tell people that might not know, it's like, it's a completely different place. California is so tall. Yeah. It spans completely different climates.
It's
so
magical,
down here where
man.
we live, it's like
it's amazing.
Desert beach. And if you get up to Northern California, I mean, it's redwood and pine trees and huge cliffs at the ocean. And it's just, California's the fucking
we
best.
took the one and just cruised up, man. Just took our time.
The best.
And we were actually living out of the van at the time too, so we'd pull over if we liked a spot, chill out, take a nap, like whatever. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
No worries at all.
Yep.
So, how did you go about like finding new band members once you were here?
Yeah,
dude.
You're here now. It's
Oh
just
man,
you and your
it was
girl.
a grind to find the members. Like, I was posting ads on Craigslist. I made the old school flyers with like the little tearaway phone numbers.
Oh,
Posted
wow.
them all over.
Like School of Rock, was it? He put up his flyer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah,
Those guys are laughing at his poster. Fucking dork. Oh, that's fucking rad. So, wait. Your plan, okay, so how long ago is this now? This was only a year ago?
This was a little over a year ago now, yeah.
A little over a year ago, you're putting up flyers on the thing, on signposts, and you're putting out messages online looking for a drummer and a bass player.
Yep.
All right.
And then I found this website called Bandmix, and it's just like a search engine for bandmates. You just go on, you type in exactly the person that you're looking for, you know, the style, the age, the instrument, you know, whatever, like, and it finds a person, hopefully, if they're out there. And luckily enough for me, I found exactly what I was looking for, and we all just clicked.
Amazing.
And like,
and that's these guys right here?
Yep. That's
perfect.
Jordan Stark on the left, that's the drummer, and then Kyle Hall on the right.
And did they know each other?
No, none of us knew each other.
way.
We've only known each other for like about a year.
That's
together.
freaking awesome.
Yeah. So.
And did you meet anyone else on Bandmix before you met these guys?
Nope.
First try.
First try, dude.
This might have been what Duddy just asked, but did they know each other at all?
No, they didn't.
All three of you, perfect
We're just
fucking
like total
strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And-
amazing.
And now we like practically live in a van together, and we toured all over the country.
And you
And
guys
did-
look like you would be friends anyway, so
For
it
sure.
worked
Yeah,
out.
no,
It's like, it
we
looks-
all get along really well.
And did
Yeah.
you meet either one of them first, or was it both?
Yeah, I met the drummer first.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
you guys jammed, and then you found the
jammed.
bassist.
Yep, and we're like, dude, we got this. Let's find a bass player.
Nice.
How many? Like what? First practice? Did you know with? Did you practice with one of them before you practiced
yeah.
with
So
all
I practiced
three?
with the drummer
Dude, Jake,
first.
you keep repeating exactly
Is
what
that
I just
exactly
said.
what you fucking
2
said?
in a row,
Is
dude.
it?
2 in a row.
God damn it, Mark. All right. Mark's looking at us through the window like he probably did do something. So he's like, how the fuck did they see what I just did?
So here you guys
You're
are right
busted,
now.
Mark. They're there. So, okay, so you jammed with one of them before the other.
Yeah. I was jamming with Jordan in his garage so a little backstory on Jordan. He came from Colorado, basically doing the same thing that I was doing. You know, he came out here to play music, and it's really ironic that we ended up meeting up on kind of on the same path, you know? And
Nice.
So I met him first, and you know, we jammed in his garage a little bit, and I was like, okay, this can work. Because I sent him the EP that I had, and he learned all 5 tracks, like, to the T, like, perfect. And I was like, all right, this is the guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
You want to show
like,
up.
he practiced, you know? Yeah.
Fucking come on, Kyle.
And so Kaya was already in a different band. He has his own band called Strictly Skunk. And he was like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm pretty busy with my project. And I was like, well, you know, if you have time, check it out. Let me know. And so one day he came over, and we started jamming. I didn't even have furniture in my living room. We're like sitting on the floor, jamming it out. And I'm like, dude, this is it. I called the drummer. I'm like, we found our guy. And then ever since then, it just been rolling with it.
Fucking sweet. I love that story because Duddy and I come from a totally different thing. I had a band forever that I toured with and stuff. All my friends. I knew some of them since 2nd grade, and the rest of them I knew since I was 13, 12, something like that. And same with Duddy. Dirty Heads. We've known these people forever, So I love when I hear that other thing. You came from all the way across the country, and it's one thing, you write the songs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you came across the country going, all right, I have the songs. I can find people. But now, who came from Colorado? The other Kyle?
Jordan.
Or Kyle? Jordan.
The drummer, yeah.
Jordan comes out, I guess as a drummer, it's pretty easy to find a band too. In my head, I was thinking it was the bass player. I'm like, if you just come out from Colorado, like I play bass, I'm coming out to make it. That's tough because there's loads of bass players, loads of guitar players. But
There
There
is
is
not a lot
true.
of drummers, dude.
There's not a lot of drummers, but I think, it's playing what you play, like reggae type bass.
Yeah, that's
not
true.
a lot
Yeah.
of bass player,
Yeah.
and not a lot of
It's a
like that's a
specific style,
and you have
dude.
to be so
Yep.
pocket, and that's different. It's definitely a different style of bass playing.
But I always appreciate those stories when I hear them. That was my favorite thing when I was checking you out, researching you and everything when I knew you were coming on the show and I saw that you made that move. I saw another interview with you where you talked about your other bandmates didn't come with you. Well, that's my favorite shit because it's completely different than Duddy and I. Our high school buddies were who we formed our bands with, but you had to really just believe in yourself and your sound, move yourself to a better place where you could grow. And you are. And the same thing happened with Pepper. They're all buddies, but we had the drummer you saw it on, and they had to make the same jump. They jumped from Hawaii over to here. And you saw it was the same type of thing. Yusad said he came over here on a little vacation, saw a band, I think he said Less Than Jake, or no, Buck 09. He saw this old ska band, Buck 09, playing on the boardwalk in San Diego. And that's when he had this epiphany of, oh shit, Pepper needs to move here. And then they did. And then things happened for them. So I love those types of stories.
Does that bring us to the subject of the day, which was?
Oh yeah, That's another thing, guys. We were trying to think of the word of the day, but we couldn't think of a great one. But you actually said something. Oh, fuck. And
I know. That's
forgot.
what I thought you remembered, because I saw you point go.
God damn it. We were like, we want the subject of the day to be about you leaving the East Coast and making that jump over to here.
Oh, it was, I remember.
Duddy remembers.
It was comfort zone.
Oh.
Yes.
Sometimes you've got to leave your comfort zone and just do what you know feels right. And that may be, you know, telling a buddy like, hey, sorry, man, I'm taking off. If you don't want to come, I'm out, you know, because it's easy to stay in your comfort zone. It's easy to stay in your bubble, and you could do that, and you'll probably be okay. You know, you'll be happy, I guess, you know, but if you really sometimes just, I got to get out of here. I got to go take this chance. That might not work. Who knows? It might never work out, but you got to at least try. You got to get out of your comfort zone and go do things that scare you sometimes.
Yeah, if you didn't, I mean, look, if you didn't get out of your comfort zone, you could have still been searching for another drummer and playing the same bars you already played, which there's no shame in that, you know, but you want more and you had to make the move. And how fucking happy are you that you did? You got the new band.
I love it.
You're growing.
And there was, I mean, I can't say I wasn't like a little intimidated. Like when I first got to Southern California, like, you know, especially where I was coming from, it's a total different place, man.
It's a different place.
This is the land of competition. That's what they call it. Everybody, what car, what hat are you wearing?
And
what fucking
everything's
shoes are you? I mean,
compared to, you know, how it was, like the cost of living where I was, you know. Granted, I was on the island, so it was a little more than, you know, in the rest of North Carolina. But, I mean, compared to here, I would say it's probably about double.
Yeah. And then, you know, there too, it's like you said, you were pretty much the only reggae band. You come out here, there's fucking 100 of them in your county.
Exactly.
You know, so it's just like he said, it's the land of competition. So you come here and you're just like, whoa. Yep. But, you know, you have to do it. And I bet even in just this, you said you've been here about a year.
Yeah.
I bet you've learned so much and grown so much. And like he said, look, you've found two, you know, not just new bandmates, but two probably new great friends that you'll be friends with for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And, you know, now you're on your way to fucking, you know, fulfilling that dream, which is just fucking awesome.
So you definitely were not afraid to get out of your comfort zone. And that was part of your whole life. You said you've moved a whole bunch of times. So a lot of people don't do that. Duddy and I don't do that. There's a million things in my life that I regret, not huge things, but where I'm like, oh, I should have probably went for that or should have tried that. I had opportunities to go do weird things that I passed up on a lot in life because it was out of my comfort zone. So I had a comfortable little ass life, you know? So I've learned to get out of my comfort zone through music and everything else, but you kind of were born in that by moving so much. You're constantly going to new schools, constantly meeting new friends. You weren't afraid. You left your comfort zone, brought you to California. What was the first thing that made you feel comfortable again here? Like, obviously you've got your girlfriend with you, and that's nice.
Yeah, that you know, it's really nice to have that.
Hurt.
And dude, and she's great, man. Like she supports me 100%. She goes on the road with us. She takes care of all the merchandise, which is like huge headache.
That's a job.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
that's a full job.
For me
that's a full-blown thing.
Because before she was a part of this, I was doing all that myself. I would go to the show, set up the merch, set up my gear. Like it was a lot. So like super grateful for her. But yeah, I mean, that was nice to have. And then, you know, once we got our apartment, dude, I was like, okay, this is home now. You know what I mean? So
maybe like musically, when did you feel? Because you you're just out here now with a guitar going, right?
Yeah, dude, I was on the streets. I was busking like on the streets when I first got here because I didn't have a job. Like, and actually, back to the Halloween thing, my first job when I got to San Diego was working at a haunted house as a scare actor, dude. Yeah, it was
so
funny.
It was just that time of year. You moved over in October
I was on
September.
Craigslist like, dude, what can I do? I got to figure out some way to make money because, like I said, everything's expensive. Gas is like $4. You know what I mean? I wasn't used to that. So I was like, man, I got to come up with something quick before I go broke.
So you're playing... what you said, you were literally playing on the streets with like your guitar case.
Dude, yeah.
So I've always been curious, like, what does a guy make doing that?
It depends. I mean, I was averaging like $30 an hour.
That's fucking great.
Which isn't bad. It's not bad.
Okay. All right. That's fucking great.
I've done that once, Duddy. Me and Broberg.
No.
Yeah, from Surround Sound was my old band. One time, Broberg and I, in Long Beach, his guy from my old band's wife owned a little shop. We played out in front of the shop, and we turned over a hat, and people are pretty freaking generous.
Dude, they are.
It's crazy. You know, if you're out there, like you have a good voice, you're playing good songs, and you're passionate about it. You know, Broberg and I were playing our songs, so it sounded like we knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
People were chucking in money.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this is not a bad gig, you know?
There really is.
So you did well. So you started making $30-ish an hour?
I mean, yeah, like that's kind of
Roughly,
what I
you know,
averaged
give or
it out
take.
to be,
Yeah.
you know, depending, because, you know, some days
That's a good
you sit
ass
out
living,
there
yeah.
and the people pass it. It just depends on the people, really.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, too, because you would think if you go to like a super wealthy area, you would make more because people have more money. That is not the case at all, dude. You
They
go
don't
to
want any part of it.
Exactly.
They're just like,
Dude, the people
Hobo.
that have less are the that want to give the most. Like
That's
I've
crazy.
seen it
It's
time
so
and time
true.
again. It's crazy, man. But yeah, so I was doing that. I was working at the haunted house, and then I started, you know, once we got the band together, we started booking shows, like playing like Winston's and OB.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
710 Club, and that's kind of what, because, you know, I had seen these venues pop up on like other bands' tours and things, and I'm like, man, I can't wait to get out the West Coast and play these venues, and like now I'm playing them,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay, this feels right, you know, this feels real. So
That's
that's kind of
cool,
when I
man.
started to, I guess, get comfortable with the whole music thing. And
So I would imagine, so you're in North Carolina, you want to make this big leap. You do it, you're scared, you're here. You find your apartment, you're stoked, you get your new bandmates, and next thing you know, you're playing a show at Winston's. I bet that had to feel good.
oh hell yeah, dude.
There it is.
Just the
So-
segue. Fucking saw that one coming from
Yep.
30 sentences away, dude.
Speaking of feeling good, on the show we have some sponsors that make us feel good. And we will start with Koi CBD. This is a great product. We've been talking about it every episode since the beginning. We love it. I love the drops. I take the drops every single day. But you know what I've been doing lately? They've got these gummies.
I need to get on the gummies.
The
I'm out of
gummies
drops.
are dope because you could just grind on them all day. And it kind of like, takes away your little like, oh, I need a snack. And you're like, I'm good. I got some CBD gummies in my pocket and they're good. They're delicious. Open them up.
no pocket.
Eat them. Grind on them.
Dude, I'll gummy him.
So it's just CBD,
It's just CBD. You will not get high from that, but you will
Put that
feel
in your
better.
pocket.
You
Put that
will.
in your pocket.
dude, because some gummies you got to be careful.
Oh, dude. I'll tell you what, man. I can't fuck with edibles.
Yeah, I'm not a
I'm
big
not,
fan of it.
not a big edible guy. Dude, I could smoke all day and be fine. And I eat an edible, I'm worthless.
Damn.
I just want to sit down on my couch and do nothing
Dude,
and not talk to
same.
anybody. But that's not what Koi will make you do.
Nope. Up and
Koi
at 'em.
CBD will make you feel great. So people, go to koicbd.com and put in code DuddyB at checkout and you will get 20% off your order. Do it.
That's a straight up bargain.
That's a bargain.
That's what that is.
Also, Sticky Vape, another amazing product we use on the regular here. I got 2 of them here. I don't have any of the packages. We opened them up. But we make our own sticky vapes, the Dirty Heads, that is, with sticky vapes. And we have 3 new flavors from our new album. We got the Sativa, which is the Lift Me Up. We got the Hybrid, which is the Cloud Lifter. And we've got the Indica, which is the Super Moon. And they're great. I've tried all 3 of them. I love them. I highly recommend you trying them out. StickyVape.com. Jake, where do you use your sticky vape at?
I've been running a lot, okay? And when you're running, you want to get into rhythm. You breathe in through your nose, 4 count, and you breathe out through your mouth, 3 count. What I've been doing is I run with a sticky vape just flapping right in front of me right there, dude. Not only does it work as kind of a metronome, it keeps me, but also I'm in through my nose. That's right. Sticky vape in the nose. And then I have one in my mouth too, and I blow out through it, dude. No good reason there, just because it's fun.
So you're telling me it's like this?
That's
like
right, and they're clacking, dude, clacking, and just keeping me on that pace, dude. And I'm about to nail a 5K on December 1st.
Dude, sticky vape metronomes. Let's get on it.
Let's get on it, dude. I'm already on it. It's done. I made it. So sticky
right.
vapes, you're welcome.
Weird.
Yeah, applause. Why not? Fuck it. Standing ovation. Thank
And
you.
also, last but not least, we have On It. This is a great company, and that is 2 N's, ONNIT. They have so many great products. Jake, tell them about the golden ticket situation going on right now.
One of Onnit's best products. It's the one you can just use all the time for anything. It is the Alpha Brain. It just keeps you sharp. I drank one on the way in. I always drink Alpha Brain on the way to the studio so I can be sharp and hopefully funny. So if you buy the capsules, that's right, the gel capsules of Alpha Brain, the 60 or the 90 count, there's a golden ticket inside. And no matter what, you're getting a golden ticket and you're getting some sort of prize, anywhere from 10%, 20, 30% off your next hit. But also, they're giving away grand prizes where people can come into the headquarters in Austin, Texas. Duddy and I both went to On It headquarters and got to train all day. I use the supplements every single day. They're my favorite thing now. I'm in love with them. And, certain winners will be able to go there, train all day, and they'll get like year's supply of all sorts of bitch and shit. So that is the golden ticket. So get Alpha Brain if you guys want to be sharp and remember a lot of stuff. And get the 60 or the 90 count gel caps and get that golden ticket hitter. You know what it is.
That's right. Yeah. On It, people. They have so many great products. Whatever you are looking for, I guarantee you they got something just for what you are looking for.
That's right.
So check it out. Onnit.com, ONNIT. And if you do a /Duddy on that, you're going to get 10% off your order. Check it out.
Get on it.
Right. That's it.
Is that everything?
Did you do it? We did it. We did it.
I want to try that On It stuff.
Oh, it's great, man.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, yeah.
That's
You got to
awesome.
try it. It's great.
Yeah.
Alpha Brain's the best because it just like, dude, a lot of times Duddy and I will be in here. If I don't take my Alpha Brain sometimes, I swear to God, I'll be in here just trying to think of names. And you're like, fucking his name. It was in every movie.
Is it caffeine or what is
No,
that?
no. It's got
all natural.
It's got a lot of the mushroom technology.
Okay.
The Alpha Brain has like, I wish I had the little tube here. It's in my car because I used the powder one on the way and I ripped it through it in my water. But it's got a bunch of like, is it vitamin B6 or whatever? A shitload of that. And then it's all like organic plant and vegetable shit.
Wow.
Dude, it's crazy.
It's great.
Nice.
Pre-workout, all that stuff. I'm using it all.
Yeah. I love it. When I'm touring now, I always make sure I have some of that. Just like before a show too. Feel like I'm on it.
Too sharp.
Yeah.
Remember where your keys were and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's right. I put them in the sink. Why the fuck?
So speaking of playing shows and whatnot and touring, you guys are touring. You just got done doing 3 months of tour.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We were on the road pretty much
That's
all
fucking
summer
big.
and a good portion of the fall, that we're in now.
Yeah.
So,
And in a van.
just got back last night actually. Yeah, in a van.
In
Whoa.
a van.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, you just got back last night?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And you came down here to do this?
Of course.
That's
Holy
awesome.
shit. Thank you. That is insane.
So 3 months straight in a van.
Well, we had like a
little mini
Little
time.
break.
Yeah,
here
we
and
had
there.
like a week and a half off where we got to go back to San Diego, and then we
Nice.
left again and did like the Pacific Northwest and
Yeah.
everything. But yeah, we went out to the East Coast, like did like 15 shows in Florida, just really trying to get the name out there,
Yeah.
and build some fans. And
Were you playing with anyone or?
yeah, we had some shows we would have like a local support.
Cool.
Some shows we would open because
Yeah,
different deals and things that we
Totally.
worked out. But yeah, I mean, it was cool, man. It was really good.
that's rad. So how many people in the van?
So there's 4 of us and a German Shepherd.
Oh, nice. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's not too bad.
When we did like 7-8 years in a van, and I remember there was a couple tours where there was like 10 of us
Damn.
in a fucking van.
Did you guys have a trailer?
We had a trailer.
Okay, well,
We had a trailer.
yeah, we don't pull a trailer, so
Yeah.
Oh, so all your stuff's in the van too. That's
Yeah.
that's like 6 people.
yeah. So how we did it is we have like basically a queen bed in the back that's
Oh, okay.
on stilts or whatever, kind of like a loft, and then all our gear goes under the bed. And
Okay.
then we took one of the bench seats and turned it sideways, so there's like a little living room. We call it the living room
Oh,
area, and
nice.
like a couch and
Yeah.
then a bed. So it's chill, it's not
Nice.
too bad. But
It-
With
it's
4
weird.
people, that's cool. You got someone
Yeah.
driving, someone sitting shotgun, and you got 2 people in the back.
sleeping, chilling,
That's
whatever.
cool.
Yeah,
That's all good.
yeah.
We toured in my band, toured in a van, a family van with 6 people. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was, and we did it for 3 summers in a row. And it's like you said, it kind of just we made ours look like a living room too.
Yeah.
Bed
Yeah.
in
We
the back.
did.
And
Yeah, you
it's
make
like
it
you don't
work.
even care.
Exactly.
You
We
just
would
do it.
we would sleep
just
right
do it.
next to each
And
other.
you
We
love
give a
it. You're
fuck,
just
dude.
like, hell
You
yeah.
love-
this is
even
great.
even the tours. I remember where we had 10 people in the fucking van. Yeah, some nights did it suck when you're tired as fuck and you're sleeping,
And you're
sitting
sitting,
up.
yeah,
That's
it's
really the only
terrible.
part that sucked. You
Yeah.
know, like sometimes when you're just exhausted and you want to fucking sleep, or if it's your turn to drive or whatever, that shit sucks. But like besides that, like you don't even think about it. You're just
Yeah.
having a good time.
You're
You're
just-
just stoked to be out there.
Yeah.
Traveling, playing shows, hanging with your buddies. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking fun.
You're
man.
there by choice.
Yep.
That always makes it better. And
Yeah.
and you know that you're playing a show the next day or something.
Yeah.
Which the best thing on earth to do when you're in a band is play a show, especially at somewhere new where you're like, I don't know anyone here.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
can be whoever we want on stage for 45 minutes. Like
yeah.
yeah, the excitement makes you stoked. It's
Yeah.
like
And exploring new cities too. Like
Totally.
I'd never seen Seattle, Portland, Eugene, any of these places before until
That's
just
rad.
now. So that was the coolest thing, man.
That's cool. And you guys did that whole drive like up the coast and then like through
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah.
woods and
It was
everything.
amazing,
Fuck,
man.
it's
Pacific
just the
Northwest.
best drive.
It's so
ever.
great, dude.
That's the
So
best
great.
drive.
Yeah, for the East Coasters, the Pacific Northwest, if you ever get a chance to come out to the West Coast, California's amazing and you should come, but don't sleep on Oregon and Washington. Like you mentioned Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's great.
It's so unbelievable. And the only time I ever went there in my life was when I was on tour. It's like the only reason you'd stop. But yeah, the Pacific Northwest is an unbelievable, green, mountainous, crazy place to be.
That's cool. So now you guys are home and you got some time off for the holidays?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We're going to be wrapping up our first full-length album and just gearing up for some exciting things. We got the Boom Shaka Festival that they do at the sports arena.
Nice.
Just got confirmed for that, which I'm super stoked on. And then, we got another tour coming up after that we're going to be doing.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're excited, man.
You guys are all in, touring a lot.
Yeah.
You got to.
You have to. And that's
the only
crucial.
way.
You know, you have 3 dudes now. You know, all 3 of you are ready to really charge. And you have when's the album supposed to come out? Your first full-length album?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have a set date yet. Either like the end of this year, around Christmas, or like early next year.
Nice. Yeah, you don't need to rush it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, that's one thing. At first, we were trying to push it to have it done by September before we actually hit like the full nationwide tour. But, I've been thinking about it. And I'm like, well, if we go to these places, then we'll have people who know who we are. And then when we do drop the album, there'll be like more eyes on it.
Totally.
So
no, that's
kind of, because at first I was a little upset. I'm like, man, we need to have this album out. Like everybody wants to hear it and all this stuff. But, I think the more time that we spend with it, the better product.
And you do have music
no
out.
rush. Yes.
You do have music out.
Yeah.
I mean,
we did a couple singles.
People
this
can
year,
check it out.
Yeah.
They can look it up and they could listen.
And you guys have quality videos online. Yeah, go to YouTube and just type in Sensi Trails. You'll find songs like well done music videos and stuff. It's you're set up. If people when they see you and they like you, they'll search you. They'll be fine,
Cool.
Yeah. So just keep building it up because everything you have online looks good already. You're gonna keep these fans.
That's all it is.
A banger on them. Yeah.
Having some content, out there,
too quick
and playing shows.
Yeah,
that's it.
Let them know for a minute.
That's the recepe.
Yeah, dude.
Where'd you guys shoot this?
This was actually at Sunset Cliffs.
Nice.
That's a funny still right there.
This is like your newest, I feel.
Yeah, that's like 5 minutes from my house.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
I found a
I'm sure
video.
you
You
guys
guys played this one on the news.
Yeah.
You guys played this song like live on the
Yeah.
local news.
Yeah,
I
we
saw
did,
that. Was
yeah.
pretty tight.
Oh,
Yeah. And then who's this K-Bong dude? Because I saw him in your video, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing this
K-Bong.
dude in everyone.
Well, he's in Stick Figure.
Yeah, he's with
Oh,
Stick
is he?
Figure.
'Cause
Yeah,
I
plays
didn't
the
know him
keys.
yet, and I'm like,
No, he's
okay,
a good
he's in
guy.
that in a song
dude,
with you, and
K-Bong's
then
Yeah, he's a good dude.
man.
all of a sudden he's like on everyone's video. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
K-Bong's out there fucking doing things.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's killing it, man.
Yeah.
he's got some really good music too.
Well, Stick Figure's just killing it.
Oh, dude, yeah,
totally.
they're slaying.
They've been
They're
around
crushing.
forever. I fully remember. Because when I was touring, they were still touring.
Yeah.
I mean, they were already back. So they've
Yeah.
been like 10, 15 years in or something. These
Yeah.
guys?
I think closer to 10-ish, 12?
10-ish?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because, I'd say maybe 10.
Well, because Scott was doing his thing for a while
Yeah.
before they were even touring. So,
Yeah.
like,
All I remember is I played Colorado with them.
There you
Yes.
go.
Long time ago.
And
And they were good.
Red Rocks
already.
or no?
No, it was
No.
at a club in
Oh, okay,
Denver.
cool.
Yeah.
was it Cervantes? Is that in?
Maybe you guys were even on the tour. There was a naked, or not a naked, but like a costumed bike ride that went. Yeah, dude. Yes, I stood on the corner with John.
So that was in Denver. So was that like the 610 Club or something?
It was at a 500-600 seater, 1,000-seater club.
Did we do back-to-back nights?
Fucking maybe.
I think we
I just
did.
remember Stick Figure played
Yeah.
because it's a name. I was like, Stick Figure, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
And then I watched them. I'm like, oh, they're good, dude. They're good. They had a weird sound back then, like it was reggae, but there was something different about them. Where I was like, that's interesting. They're doing that.
Oh, yeah, they're cool.
Anyway,
they're good guys.
do you remember that bike?
I do remember what you're talking about.
So whatever this club was,
Yeah.
we were on tour with the Dirty Heads and maybe Modest Yacht. I don't know who. It was a tour anyway. We were in Denver. Stick Figure played that show. They weren't on the whole tour. They played like that show.
Yeah.
And we show up and all of a sudden John from the Dirty Heads is like, dude, Jake, get over here. You got to see this. And he walks me to the corner, the front of the venue. And I swear to God, we stood there for an hour and there was a nonstop flow of just thousands and thousands of people riding their bikes down this whole entire busy street had been shut down for this bike ride of just costumes.
Was it a Halloween thing or something?
No, because we toured in the summer. So it was just some bike ride that they do every year, and it was the most elaborate costumes I've ever seen. I was blown away. It was amazing. And I was like, Denver, fuck yeah. It was my first time in Denver.
Down there in Colorado. They like to party.
Yeah, it's a great city. Amazing city.
So,
all right. Anyway.
I have something to add to the to-don't list. I do. The to-don't I have something, people. I'm sorry to get dark here for a second.
Oh, yeah. So, to-don't list, things to don't ever do again. You guys all know about your to-do list, right? Fucking wash the dishes, get your car, whatever, clean your room. The to-don't list. Here's something to don't ever do.
We have to
ever again.
We have to put a stop to this. And if this is you when I say this, I'm not hating on you. I'm just letting you know that the person who you're doing this to is going, fuck.
Hates you. Wait.
So Oh yeah. Not hate,
no,
but
Duddy's
they're
not
annoying.
hating on you, but the person you're doing this
you're
to
annoying the fuck out of
you.
whoever is you're making have to respond to this. Okay.
Don't do it anymore. What is it?
Here's a text message. Okay. Here's what a normal text message should go. It should go, hey man, what's up? What are you doing tonight? Want to hang out? Bing. Right? Don't do this. Hey, bing. What's up, man? Bing. What are you doing tonight? Bing. Want to hang out? Bing. Hey, you want to maybe go to the bar? Bing. Just fucking finish your thought.
I see where you're going with this. This is horrifying.
One text.
One text.
Okay.
Yeah.
One text. Not 8 texts for one idea. Finish your thought.
That should be sup. Want to go to the bar?
Yeah.
Bing.
That's
all
it.
that.
That's
Not even what's up. Too many letters. Sup. Want to go to the bar? Bing.
Yeah.
Right, Duddy?
So if you're someone who's doing that, what they should respond is F, Bing, U, Bing, C, Bing, K, Bing. You get it. That's f you is what I was getting at.
Dude, the partial texter.
Dude.
Yeah, that's a hideous one.
That's a thing, right? Can we stop this?
Costume.
The partial texter. I know you'd have to explain it a lot. What are you, dude? You know how sometimes fucking bing, bing. Like fucking. Oh man, the partial. I didn't know where you're going. Dude, that is a horrific thing. I haven't been hit with one of those, but yeah, dude.
I get hit.
Dude, yeah. Like the text where it's just someone like throwing a little line out like they're fishing. It says, hey.
That one's the worst.
Hey. Hey, what? Yeah, and then
hey.
You go, yeah, hey, or what? Is for horses?
What's up?
What's going on? Bing. Yeah, and you're like, okay, what the fuck, dude? If you want to hang out,
get to the
ask
point.
me to hang out, dog. I only got so many.
Don't make me ask the question.
Great.
If you want to talk, don't just
Yeah.
say, hey. Then I have to go, hey, what do you want?
Oh,
like, why don't
man.
you just tell me what you want in one message?
Yeah, and also
in one message.
to piggyback on that, if you can say something in 3 words, don't use 30. Just sup. Sup? Dude, that takes care of what? What's and up? Dude, you just knocked it all out. Just sup. It's also a stand-up paddle, which I'm not a big fan of, but that's a surf thing. It's just sup, and it takes care of what's and up.
I don't think they understand,
no,
Jake.
They don't?
I don't think they get it.
Well, how the fuck could they? I don't have a whiteboard. Oh, for what am I complaining about? I'm not even sure.
I don't know, but they don't get it.
All right, God damn it. Where's the fucking
We need a
punch?
marker. We need a marker. We need a marker right now.
All right. What am I complaining about?
Oh, we got
right
one.
now? That's it. I found it. Oh, look. I have this.
You guys have made him mad. You guys have really made him mad here.
God fucking damn it. Hopefully that's the camera that was pointed at us. All right.
Want me to hold this up for you?
Yeah, why don't you, dude?
Okay.
Why don't you make that easier for me? Thanks. Let me put these on in case I don't kill myself.
Watch carefully, people.
All
This is getting good.
Here's how it should go, dude. Now, here's your text. Here's your text. Duddy's on the couch. All right, couch, dude. Duddy's on the couch. There's his hair. He's fucking got his hat on at home, dude. You guys know what it is, dude. Look, there's his wiener. He's peeing a little bit because he's watching something scary. His phone goes off, fling, and he just wants to know if someone wants to go to the bar, but instead he gets this. Hey, and then even, oh, good for you. He was watching Stranger Things. Look, there it is. It's plugged into the wall. That's his TV. He was looking at that, but now he's looking at his phone and hey. And now Duddy just has to sit and ponder who the fuck is fucking with. This is season 3 Stranger Things, asshole. Season 4's coming. I got binging and shit to do. Now Duddy has to create a text. Fucking. He's cheeky. Duddy likes to have fun, so hey yourself. Now 2 worthless texts. 2 worthless texts birthed from your lazy. All you wanted to do was go to the bar and get some drinks. Duddy does too. But you'll never know because this is what we're going to ping pong. Hey yourself. Then, what? Shit. Here. And here's another one. Cha doing? That takes care of what and are you. So that's a 3-word banger. Just cha doing. But still in this conversation, it doesn't help. So now we have hey yourself, and then back to Duddy, cha doing. And then Duddy has to say, Season 3, Stranger Things. And then you say, I love Stranger. Just ask. You could have just said, sup? Wanna go to the bar? You get it, dude. And Duddy would have said yes, and you guys could have been drunk. I don't have many really thoughts on that other than that, but you guys have made me, all right. Oh, standing ovation, really. You guys, sit down, you guys. Thank you, though. So, all right. Thanks for putting me through that. And you. Sorry. Thank you.
No, that was great, dude. I enjoyed that.
Okay, good. Sorry.
Thoroughly. That was awesome.
Certain things just, they set him off. They set him off.
I'm really a mild-mannered person.
So does this happen to you a lot, too, then?
No, but I felt people know better than to do that shit with me because I'll fucking whiteboard them real quick. No, but I felt Duddy's pain, and it does frustrate me that someone could do that, and I know that they would because I know people, and so I am mad about it. Now I'm mad.
It happens.
I can't wait to see the comments underneath this week too. It's gonna say, "Hey."
Oh, yeah. That's all it's going to be.
Last week, we ranted and raved. We had Jared on the show, and we ranted and raved about when we put up a thing that says, like, hey, we're having Jared Watson from the Dirty Heads on. Kyle Rising coming on. Ask him any question you want. When are you coming back to Cincinnati? And we're like, that's not the question to ask. We're not going to sit here and answer when, and we don't know when we're coming back to Cincinnati. I mean, not me. Nobody wants me anywhere, but Duddy and the band. Yeah. So I ranted and raved about that one last week, and that really frustrated us, but no.
Dude, I think it's funny when you go out, you do a tour, and then you play, like, for example, you play Denver. Someone from Denver goes, hey, when are you coming to Denver? It was like, we were there yesterday.
That was exactly what we were talking about, dude. We were just... Well, it led to that. It started with, everyone always asks, when are you coming back here? You're like, I don't know. And you'll know because we'll post our tour flyer and we'll sell tickets and all this stuff. As soon as
we know, you then immediately know.
But then it led to that too, where it's like, we'll do 4 or 5 shows in Florida, and then someone will hit me up. Why don't you ever play Florida? And you're like, you're online hitting me up. So you have access to a computer where you can go to our website and everything is there.
But the best part is about our fucking listeners, which they know we're assholes and they know exactly what to do. So as soon as we complained about that, all the comments underneath, when are you coming back to Cincinnati? When are you coming back? One guy wrote, which if he's listening, I love, he's all, when are you going to come play my mom's house or something? He's like, I live in the basement. I'm like, all right, you guys are having fun with it.
Yeah.
So it's
great.
all
you got us.
What you guys doing? It's just going to be a bunch of those comments.
It's going to be, this is what it's every comment now is going to be like, hey, I like the show. And it's just going to be a list.
That's right.
Well, our comment numbers will go up.
That's right. YouTube is going to be like, they're really striking conversation out there.
You could probably up the ante on our sponsors.
YouTube buries our shows, by the way, because we say fuck and dick and we say it too much, and YouTube just goes, we're gonna go ahead and stuff you underneath the ground.
Well, lucky for us, no one watches our YouTube, so it doesn't matter. Should we do a Bandcamp story?
Oh yes,
you got one?
Bandcamp?
Yeah,
I got a drop for you real quick.
Okay.
Oh, and this one time at Bandcamp.
So I hate to say it, but I kind of have a negative Bandcamp story.
That's okay.
That's okay.
This will be maybe the first one.
After that wildly positive rant I went on,
right.
This is actually nice to take it here.
So this past tour we were in Folly Beach, South Carolina. And we just played our show, and we're loading out. It's like right there by Charleston, which is pretty like well known to be like a safer city. So I'm thinking, whatever. We're loading out, we're having fun, we're taking our time, whatever. And I guess our gear was left unattended for a very brief moment. Yeah. And we're not like that. We usually don't do that. And so,
felt safe. You were off your
anyways,
game a little.
yeah.
Hey.
I was like, whatever. You know, like our we have a keyboard player that joins us sometimes, and it was like his hometown. And you know, anyways, long story short, my guitar ended up walking away with some chick actually.
No.
Yeah, and not only my guitar, but my drummer's cymbal bag, like all the cymbals. Put it on her back, like it was crazy. I mean, and so it happened. You know, we're loading up, and I'm like, "Where's my guitar? What happened here?" Like, and you know, of course, they're like, "Well, somebody probably walked off with it." So we're freaking out. Called the cops, like, you know, and it was actually right in front of a police station too. And we're like, "Well, you guys must have cameras, right?" They're like, "No, we don't have cameras." Like, are you serious? They were like, "Well, the bar has cameras. The bar has cameras." So I'm like, "Oh, well, thank God." So I basically didn't sleep at all that night, and we had to go back to the bar the next day, review all the cameras. We're like watching on the bartender's phone, trying to figure out what's going on here. And like in the way back, you see this woman just walking away with my guitar and the cymbals, and like, so luckily I kind of noticed this woman the night before, and I was like, she's acting really weird. Like she wouldn't leave me alone, and it was just like this weird thing.
You guys had interactions.
Yeah, there was like a weird interaction. And so I kind of knew in the back of my head that it was her.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the bartenders noticed that she was acting weird. Like at the end of the night, she was like crying at the bar. And it was just a weird thing. Like I think there was maybe something wrong with it. I don't know. But anyhow, so yeah, we got the footage. We took it to the police. You know, they reviewed it. We pulled the woman up on Facebook, and we're like, "This is it. This is her."
Oh,
you know,
damn, you found her.
Oh, dude, we were on like some detective shit.
Nice.
Like, we were like,
Nice.
"I'm getting this guitar back." So yeah, the cops went and knocked on her door, and she's like, "Oh, it was just a joke. It was a joke. I didn't." We're like, "Oh, that's hilarious.
That's actually that's theft."
Yeah. Oh,
The cops were like, "Dude,
indeed
good
it was.
one."
Yeah, because now she got charged with like grand larceny. And,
Wow.
Expensive guitar.
I mean, yeah,
can't
it
go
was
fucking stealing shit.
She probably stole like, you know, $3,000 worth of shit.
Yeah.
So
Can't fucking do that.
yeah,
It was
but
a
yeah,
joke.
but that was my, you know, it's not a good story, but that was my one that I was thinking.
Dude.
No, that's it. That's a good Bandcamp story because that's the kind of shit that happens out there on the road.
Yeah,
You're just
watch
like,
your
what?
gear, man.
Watch your gear. God, you hate that when you hear that fucking story of the band getting their whole trailer.
Dude, yeah, I was getting ready to say that's the worst.
That's the worst.
That's the worst.
We've had that.
Yeah, it happened to you to them.
Really?
Yeah, luckily the only instruments, it was like a backup bass, the backup bass amp. Like our bass player had backup stuff. And it was all of our merch. Like we had taken our equipment
that's a
out. So
big hit.
it
though,
still
the merch.
sucked.
Yeah.
Shitload of merch and a bass amp and a bass. So we, you know, even though yes, we got killed, not as bad as some bands.
Yeah,
like
you hear some bands just
Did you
lose
get your stuff back?
everything.
Dude, the funniest thing was like 2 years later, a police officer hit me up on Facebook, hit up the Surround Sound like music page on Facebook, sent a message, said, "Hey, I work for the Huntington Beach Police. Just, you know, we recovered a truck off the side of the road in the desert somewhere with like multiple bands worth of shit." So this was someone who was going around just
Looking for
stealing
trailers. Looking for trailers.
And they
Wow.
gave us our merch back because obviously they just saw the name of our band and,
Yeah.
and typed us
Yeah.
in and sent us a message. So I got the merch back like 2 years later. The bass and the amp were gone. They sold that immediately.
Oh,
But
of
yeah,
course.
weird, but I got a good bit of it back, you know.
Yeah. That's such a low thing to do,
Crazy.
man.
It is.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, musicians don't make that much in the first place to begin with, and then that's just like that's such a
it's
low
just a
blow,
hit.
dude.
It happens so much. I mean, we know, I think, I know that it happened to Pepper. I remember hearing that a long time ago. Like,
I'm pretty sure it happened to Pacific Dub.
It happened to Pacific Dub. It's like, it's happened to so many bands that are just in our circle. That I'm like,
Yeah.
it's got to be happening
Oh,
to
yeah.
everybody.
Oh,
I
for
remember
sure.
Yeah.
Matt Sound Trough because he used to work for Strung Out. And
Matt
I'm pretty-
Sound was a guest on the
Yeah,
show.
he was.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was Strung Out we was talking about because he worked for Strung Out. And they were van and trailer. And
Yep.
they came out of their hotel and van and trailer gone. Van
Yikes.
and
Tour
trailer
over
gone.
at that point. Tour
Just
over.
fucking. And like, and you know, in the van was like all the dudes like computers and just everything, like, you know, just a fucking total hit. Just like, well,
Wow.
there you go.
It's one of those
That's
things
that.
too, where you just think the worst things about the people that stole it. You're like, I hope they crash
Yeah.
off a cliff and into another cliff with our shit. You're like,
Oh,
Yeah.
nah.
right on.
Yeah, that's my. I mean, I have another one too, just in case. Like there was this time where
lighten the mood.
Yeah.
This is a funny one, to back it
No,
up.
we'll do it.
But yeah, so I was playing. It was actually on the Outer Banks, and there was this guy in the front row, just rocking out, long hair, kind of like your hair, just like getting down in the front row. And his hair, I came down, I was like rocking out with him, jamming out, and his hair got like wound up in the headstock of the guitar. And so I didn't, at first I'm like, what's going on? Like there's some type of resistance with my guitar.
Like I caught a fish or something.
And, yeah. And so I'm like,
she's a fighter.
Yeah. And so I had to stop, and his girlfriend and I, like, he's all like, and we're sitting there like untying his hair.
This is fucking amazing.
The worst headbang session.
It was so, dude, he was getting down. Like it was so
that
funny.
is good.
Yeah.
What, so you just had to untangle that shit for 5 minutes in front of the crowd?
Yeah, it definitely it took probably a good like 30 to 45 seconds to get it out.
Which feels like 30 minutes when you're fucking on stage.
You're like, shit. But yeah.
Sorry, let me
And I
get
was
this,
still.
let me get this
bass
guy's
and drum
hair.
guy kept going. They're like, fuck it, we're going to stay in the pocket.
They're
You
just
guys go.
laughing the whole time,
yeah.
dude.
Perfect,
Yeah,
dude.
it was great. And then for weeks after that, I was still finding hairs like in the head.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to think because he was headbanging so hard that his hair just tuned it to drop D. Just instantly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fucking, that's hilarious. I'd never thought about that shit. That probably happens a lot more than. There's always people headbanging, and then the guitar player leans down, gets involved.
Yeah, you're just like, yeah.
I bet that shit happened all the
sake.
day back at hair metal shows.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, just to lighten it up.
No, I like that. That was a good
perfect.
one. I could fucking picture it, So that is just perfect.
Yeah.
We were getting dark.
We were.
But to lighten it up even more, have you ever shit your pants? You got a poop pants story you want to tell us about?
Oh man, like literally shit myself.
Yeah, it's just something
wow.
that like 90% of the guests on this show happen to tell us that they crap their pants.
Oh,
and now
man.
we just ask.
Okay, I'll just be straight up with you, man. It was when I was in high school.
Oh,
so.
he's got one. Why does everyone have one? This is so awesome.
Dude. So I was in high school. I was at a house party, and my buddies. There was this one Mexican market that we could buy beer at. They would sell it to us. It was like the only place in town, and they had the Coronitas, like the little ones.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So they come in like a 24 pack, and I was trying to be like a badass. I'm like, I can drink these things so quick.
yeah.
They're like 2 sips.
They're so
just
small.
like done. So I drank like 18 of them, and I was just like, I was young.
Yeah.
Blacked out, fell asleep like in the driver's seat of my vehicle, and I woke up and I'm like,
Oh.
dude. Yeah, so I can't believe I'm actually talking about this on a podcast. This is out there forever now, but whatever, man.
Dude,
You'd be surprised the stories that people have told us. And a lot of times, we'll do a live episode every now and then. We call it the shit show, where the listeners, they just call in and they tell us their shit stories. And it's just one after the other.
That's all it is.
80% of them are chicks calling in, telling us their shit
way.
stories. And it's fucking hilarious.
That's funny.
On the very first episode, the Dirty Heads manager, a guy named Cheese, and manages Sublime with Roma, a lot of people, he told us about a famous shit story that I knew, because, I'm Duddy and I are brothers, and so I knew of this shit story. Cheese told it. It was a great story. The next episode, our guest was like, well, hey, I heard the other episode, and I would like to tell my own shit story. And then it just became a thing.
Like, I have a
fucking
confession.
thing.
We've got like 15, 20 of them now. It's insane.
That's funny.
So you're welcome to the shit
you know
club.
what,
dude.
man? Putting it out there.
Welcome, dude. Welcome to the shit club. Duddy has never shit his pants post diaper.
Post diaper.
Yeah. He's had
It's a thing.
He's shit like
a thing.
He's had to shit and
I
shit
have-
the
I've
ground.
had
but
bad
he's
shitty
got-
Mark
experiences?
did mention,
Yeah.
he said you're the only one that doesn't have one.
Like,
Do you
I-
have one?
Mine was my pants were only partially down. I shared
Okay.
mine on like episode 3 or something too. I said I'll get brave, but I was pulling my pants down and I took a shit and it hit the belt line and hit the back and side of my pants. So yeah, it wasn't like a full pants up shit, but I was trying my best. It was at a birthday party when we were younger, and I ran behind the bushes and whoop, just didn't get them down enough. So it was like a side hitter.
Yeah. No, I mean, and
I'm
I've
still
told
working
mine.
on a
I've had some
full-
close calls. I've had to just drop trowels in the middle of a parking lot and just shit on the pavement. Like, I've done it. I'm
We're
not
waiting,
above
dude.
it.
The day's
I'm
gonna
not
come.
above it. Like,
It's gonna be like a goal now. It's like,
Yeah.
let's
Oh,
I'm not
dude.
above it. I'm just better than it. So
I like to say that I'm more prepared than most people. So.
yeah.
So what else? Yeah, did we say anything else you want to plug before we get out of here? Anything coming up?
Let's hit the outro and just give us everything.
Yeah, Sensi Trails Music on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, sensitrails.com. Also, it was confirmed we're going to be playing Cali Roots this year, which I'm stoked for. That's been like one of my goals since I started this band. So, but yeah, thanks for having me on the show, guys.
Nice, man. Thanks for coming.
Pleasure to be here.
Right on. That's right. And we'll have all the links to those websites that he just announced on this video. And as always, go to cutlassbrand.com and put in code FEELINGGOOD. You will get 20% off of your order. And also go to feelinggoodwithduddy.com because we also have a merch store there with Feeling Good with Duddy merch. We got some new cool pens in and our Patreon page.
There you go.
You can go to Patreon /Feeling Good with Duddy and sign up. And it helps us keep the show going. And you get a lot of behind the scenes, unreleased footage, and lots of contests on there too. We're giving away lots of cool prizes. So make sure you check it out.
Yeah. Get to that Patreon page. Yes, every Friday we're giving away prizes on the Patreon, and then also we are over 100 subscribers, I guess you'd call it, on Patreon. Once we get to 200, we are raffling off a guitar, a dope-ass guitar.
Ernie Ball, Music Man, Cutlass guitar.
You know what we'll do? We'll have everyone who comes on the telethon and jams, we'll have them jam on that guitar.
That's right.
And then when you win that guitar, every one of the guests that were on that telethon will have played it, just putting magic right into the fretboard. Anything else, y'all?
That's it. Thank you, everyone here at Reamp, for the help. We love you guys. Peace out.